Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe. So today we have some exciting new products in. We have some products in from Born Pretty. They sent me through some of their jellies. Oh my god, look at these jellies. I've been wanting to create stained glass nails, so this is like the perfect little bit of goodies I just needed to try to do this set. So this beautiful milky white is, oh my god, gorgeous. We're going to use this as a base for some of them. Oh, look at this one. They're so beautiful. So many beautiful colors. Absolutely love them. I also got in their black painting gel as well as their black stamping polish. So I kind of want to do a stained glass heart. So in this design, I've decided that I'm going to draw a heart, and that's going to be like my stained glass window. So I wanted to make sure that I had the black paint just in case I need to draw it, but the stamping polish because I want to try to stamp it. So we're just going to go ahead here and prep these nails. These nail tips are just off of Temu, I believe, and we're just going to do them on like a little press-on version today. So what I like to do is I just get some of my little lint-free pads. I don't think they're lint-free, these ones, but anyways, I like them. They're soft, and I like to kind of pre-moisten them. So I just get my alcohol in there and just kind of get them pre-moistened. It's just so much easier to actually grab as you're working. And I just get the little dishes at my local secondhand store. I always find cute little glass dishes. Even this one here is a palette. Like, trust me, look at your secondhand store. You can find really cute stuff for your studio. So I'm just going to go ahead and prep my brush. Now, let me know if you want a video on how to prep your brush. But how I prep my brush, I prep it in base coat. So for that, I just go ahead and loosen up your bristles, which you want to get your glue off, which is any white stuff, and then you run it through base coat. Now, if you're going to use your brush right away, as I am, you don't have to wipe off any of the base coat. Just go in directly with your color or whatever. But if you're going to just store your brush, I recommend wiping off some of that base coat with a lint-free pad and a little bit of alcohol. Okay, let's get back to the nail art here. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and prep my brush a little bit more. I'm going to get my paint now, and I really want to get my paint soaked through that brush nicely. And I'm going to go ahead here and attempt to draw a heart. Now, I say attempt because my drawing skills are less than zero. I'm not going to lie, guys, I can't draw. But having a very long liner does really help with like long lines or like long strokes. So if you are doing something like a heart where you have that deep long stroke, the liner will actually kind of do the job for you. So I recommend investing in some decent little liners. There is a few out there. I'll put some in the descriptions down below if you're looking for a couple liners. This one I believe is actually off Alley, I think. And so far it's actually quite nice. I think it's my first time using this specific brush, but I did use the one that I bought with it, which I think is either the 30 or the 25. I got two of them. Pardon me, and that one works good as well so far. So I'm going to go ahead here and attempt to do the second heart. Yeah, this one came out wonky. You'll see her in the end, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do here is let's jump into our stamping. I want to pre-moisten a couple of my little pads. I just get them from Costco. And I like to use them to clean my stamping plate in that. So this is a Born Pretty stamping polish, just the basic black. Honestly, guys, this is weird for me to say, but I usually edit out a lot of my stuff in my videos because it's just time consuming and it takes me time. This whole part of the stamping, I didn't have to edit out one thing. Every image picked up so beautifully. Like, I couldn't even believe it. And when I am going in here and creating this, I'm also taking my time. With stamping polish, it's kind of like a regular polish, it air dries. So most times you have to work very quickly. Now, with this polish, I find I didn't have to work that quick, which I like because I wanted to kind of customize my image. And as you see, I go on my stamper, I use my scraper, and I take off some of what I want off, which is kind of cool that you could do that. But by doing that, it takes a little bit of time. But if you look, give it to me. Beautiful, clean. And that was sitting there for a second. It is remarkable how good this polish works and how clean it picks up. Like, have I been sleeping on Born Pretty stamping polish? I have two other ones, which one is a glitter and one is a solid green. I've used them a couple times, but to see the black work as beautifully as it does, oh my god, I'm very thoroughly impressed. And look at the image sitting down there on the side, taking my time, and I did speed this up to 2.3, so I am working a little bit faster on camera, but that is it. I just sped it up a little bit. In regular motion, guys, it's too slow for you. You'll be here for 20 minutes. So anyways, after all that being said, I'm thoroughly enjoying I apologize. I'm thoroughly enjoying Born Pretty stamping polish. So for this one, I like to use these little lipstick applicators, and I just go in with acetone. Acetone is your friend when you're working with stamping polish. Alcohol is really not your friend. I have used alcohol in the past, not knowing it, and just grabbing that and clean my plate with it. And then I've had such trouble trying to pick up my image, and I couldn't understand why. And the only thing I think of is really that I accidentally used alcohol instead of acetone. So really put your alcohol away when you're stamping. Acetone is your friend, alcohol is not. It can disrupt your image transfer, and I don't know why. That I don't know, but it does. For some good reason it does. The stamping polish just doesn't like it. It doesn't give that dryness maybe that acetone really does due to it. Anyways, this is the final look. I'm absolutely loving it. I do want to go ahead and just protect our image, so I'm going to go over it with a matte top coat, and this is just literally to protect our stamping polish. So if we do make any mistakes with our jellies later on, we can wipe that off easily and not do anything to our stamp. So now I'm going to go in, and for the 3 other nails, I want to go and put a white background. Now don't get me wrong, I actually do the white around the heart as well later on, but I want a little bit of the white jelly because I just feel with jellies it's kind of weird. I want a white jelly with the white jelly. I just feel jellies though, if you put it over a little bit of a white, it doesn't have to be a stark white, it can be a jelly as well. It pops the color. It really makes whatever the color is pop beautifully. So I really wanted my colors to pop as much as they could, so I just put 1 layer of that down, and I did. I felt like it did exactly what I needed it to do, especially with the yellows. The yellow, it just really made it a little bit brighter and like popped it out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and ombre all of the other nails together, like all around the heart. I want it to be ombre, and I believe in my brain, I think I almost wanted it like a rainbow ombre, but it just didn't really come out that way. It almost turned into more of yellows and reds and greens, and it had this almost Rastafarian type of vibe to the background of the heart. In the 3 nails, the first 2 nails was pink and blue. I'll show you a little bit down the road of what I'm talking about, and I did go ahead and just switch out the 2 nails. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that. Like when you're creating a design and you might have in your first image, okay, this is how I want it to be. And when you get down the road and you're looking at the main part of it, so my main 3 nails was taking over of this yellow and green and orangey type of vibe, where the purple and blues right here, they just didn't go, right? So it is completely normal and it is completely okay to go in after and be like, let's switch it out a little. Those 2 just didn't go, right? Trust the process. And if you have to change things, it's perfectly fine. It's your design. Allow it to come to light in its own way. So what I'm going to do here for my inside of my heart, where I want to pull in these other bright colors that I did want in our design, which I still want in our design. I want the pinks and the blues and the purples, all these like beautiful, just summery colors that we're getting into now with Easter and Valentine's Day, all these things coming. So I want to pull all those colors into my heart. So I'm really just going to focus on each individual little shape, and I'm going to color them in with individual colors. Now with this, it is crucial that you use a jelly. If you use a regular polish, you're not going to get that effect of the stained glass because you're not going to see through it. Jellies are transparent, so you can see the light is going to kind of go through. So when it's all said and done, you're going to have like the heart being the stained glass, different vibes. So when you're adding your colors, be sure to try to add different colors side by side, a pink, a blue. Don't add yellow or like all the colors that blend in. You want to keep your colors a bit separate so they all pop. That's what I'm trying to say. But I absolutely just love this design. So I'm just going to go ahead and color everything in and give her a top coat. But what do you guys think of the finished thing? I know my heart's wonky, but we're not going to look at that. I absolutely love it. I totally would rock these. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit that subscribe, share with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.